Welcome to WiseUp University. This your boy Josh Wise coming to you again. Today's topic, 10 tips on building your physical physique. Before we get to that, I need you to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, share my shit. Again, my job here to inform, sophisticate, and to make aware and to keep alert. I'm the spark, you the flame. So make sure whatever what I send out, you go do your homework and double check your resources. Like, just don't just rely on my word. Do your homework because school is always in session. Now, 10 tips. What a lot of people, what a lot of the general population come into the fitness industry when they want to change their bodies, I don't think they understand like the intensity they got to have in pursuing this physical feat, because this shit is not easy. Like, you have to literally cut the fat off your head to cut the fat off your body. And if you're not intentional with your approach, when you're doing your lifts, when you're eating, when you're sleeping, when you're thinking, it's not going to happen like it's not going to happen. I love it when clients come to me like, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to look like you. You couldn't if you fucking tried. Like, this shit is so hard because the intensity of a 24/7 day goal, like this is a 24/7 day body. You eating every 2 hours. You lifting with intention, maximum effort all the time to grow into somebody like a Ronnie Coleman or a Branch Warren or a Johnny Jackson or a Flex Wheeler. Like, that is not by accident. You cannot be great by accident. So if you want to build your physique, not just have a body, like that's anybody can have a lazy body, like it shows, but you have an intense body. Like, if you walk into a store and people's heads turning, that means you put intensity and intention behind that body. So that's the first tip. Are you working with intensity? Are you working with intention? It's always going to be about the approach first. Now, imagination. A lot of people can't even see themselves in their best self body. Like, if you can't visualize it, if you never saw it, if you never like felt it, it's not gonna happen. Like what I did in the past, I would literally look in the magazines, the Flex magazines back when I was growing up. I'll go to YouTube and look at the old young Dexter Jacksons, the young Ronnie Colemans, of where they were before they became who they are today. So knowing that they started from ground zero to where I'm at ground zero, that gave me the imagination that I can and will be that if I continue. So my imagination willed me to this too. Always make sure your imagination is playing the best case scenario, not the worst case scenario. I had a client a couple of days ago. She's trying to do a show. Even though she seemed this, like I'm showing her a girl that was like 175 pounds, got on stage, she's 130 pounds now. She's like, I just can't see myself like that. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I literally said that to the lady because she keeps saying it over and over again, not understanding like that will play the biggest role into her physical appearance, because if you can't see it, you won't feel it. If you can't feel it, you will never achieve it. So understand, like, your imagination plays a big role into how you look. Because, again, think of yourself in your higher self. What does that look like? How does that show up? What are they wearing? What do they dress like? How do they act? What do they eat? Like, all that shit plays a role into how you actually live your life. So imagine the best case scenario before you go to bed. And then when you wake up, your body will do what it's supposed to do. You'll find yourself eating better, looking better, feeling better just because you're thinking better. Now, the number one rule of fitness is consistency. Show up every fucking day. Like, treat this like work. Like, you go to work when you don't feel like it. You go to work when you're tired. You go to work when there's an event outside. Like, when there's family gatherings and special occasions, you still got to go to fucking work. Same thing with fitness. Show up every day. Like, you work Monday through Friday. You don't have to work out every day, but just make sure you're putting the same amount of effort of what you want to see. Manage what you expect. If you want to do a show, there's really no compromise. If you just want to be in general fit, like, that's fine. Like, it ain't that hard to be average fit people. Like, you can work out 2 to 3 times a week. But at the same time, if you're not consistent, if nothing changes, nothing fucking changes. A lot of people will get a trainer, but if the outside don't change, you're wasting your fucking money. Remember, working out is only 4% of your day. That's 96% of the day is what are you doing? Like, think about that. Are you being consistent with the same intensity you have in the gym? Are you having the same consistency on your meals, your rest, your supplements, your positive self-talk? Like, all that shit matters. You have to be consistent in every aspect. Now, mind-muscle connection. There's a difference between training and working out. I see a lot of people working out. I don't see a lot of people training the muscles, like training the mind. Like, people wonder like how bodybuilders can flex and throw out lats and flex their chest and squeeze their abs to where you can see the gills on the side of their rib cage, to where you can see the striations in their quads. A lot of clients like, how do you do that? Well, I put my mind into my body. I understand, like, I'm literally talking to my body as I extend my knee to flex my quads. I'm actually talking to my bicep when I'm bringing my forearm, closing the gap between my forearm to my bicep. I'm doing the same thing when I'm doing the chest press. When I have that barbell in my hand, I'm squeezing the barbell biceps to biceps so I can squeeze the fuck out of my chest. When I'm doing a row, I'm pulling my scaps back to where I'm engaging my lats. So it's like my mind and my body is working in harmony. I'm not just moving to move. That's momentum. I'm moving to lift, to contract, to swell up that body part. That's the beauty of bodybuilding, because you're literally painting your body. You're sculpting your body with one rep at a time, with one breath at a time, with one step at a time. So put the mind and the muscle together, and you'll actually see your body flourish. But it starts with breathing, though. That's another thing. Now, stress management. You cannot add weight to dysfunction, and you cannot add stress to dysfunction. I mean, you can't add stress. You can't add more stress to dysfunction. What I mean is, if you live in a fight or flight state all day, every day, if work stressing you out, if life stressing you out, kids stressing you out, the food you eat stressing you out, your thoughts stressing you out, you have to manage that. Eliminate a lot of that shit, like your environmental stress, your like the movies you watch, the books you read, like all that shit has to go into a healthy self-image. Because stress management, again, is the world's biggest killer in the world. If you stressed out, work out, but just make sure when you step out of the gym, don't add more stress to your body, because then the cortisol spikes up. Then you fucked up and not understanding like why you can't lose weight, because you live in a chaotic lifestyle. Yes, weightlifting is therapy, but at the same time, you got to eat healthy. You got to have healthy people around. You got to have healthy relationships. That goes into more than you know in bodybuilding. If you live a fucked up life, you will never win, because you're fighting so many devils and demons already by trying to be perfect in your diet. You can't add external factors like people, places, and things that fucks you up even more. Like, that's why a lot of bodybuilders go into solitude when it's time for prep, because they can't tolerate negative self-talk. They can't tolerate alcoholism. They can't tolerate loud music. Like, it just get it's like spiritual awakening. Like, you just get sensitive to so much stuff to where a lot of that shit don't even matter no more, because it does no good for you. And now you actually know it, because you know what healthy feels like. Now, time management. 4% of your day is working out. I mentioned this in the last podcast. 4%. You get 188 hours a week. You lift it maybe an hour. Probably doing cardio for an hour. It depends on what your goal is. And this is just the max. Sometimes I get up to 2 hours in cardio time. So that's literally 3 hours a day in the gym, 6 days a week. That's 18 hours a week. But yet we still got over 170 hours left, or 60, if my math is correct. So if understanding time management, you can accomplish so much more if you just go to bed 2 hours early and wake up an hour early. Like early to bed, early to rise keeps a man healthy, wealthy, wise. That's Ben Frank. Time management is everything. Don't fucking burn yourself out. Don't be in the gym fucking 4-5 hours trying to get a pump. Go to sleep, get some rest, and do the shit all over again. Because again, that brain fog plus fitness plus a diet, you're not going to make it out alive. You're going to crash and burn. And a lot of people do not understand that being in alignment is way better than that grind life. My bad, Hunter. I know I keep saying that, but you just said my bad, bro. No shade. But be in alignment, folks. We're grown now. We don't have to be up watching fucking LeBron playing a playoff game at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, you the star of your movie. Like, get some sleep, catch the highlights tomorrow. You don't have to go to every fucking club outing. You don't have to go to every event. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be in the fucking house. It's okay to be stress-free. It's okay to be alone for a moment. Because, again, the more time that you spend alone, the more time you get to know thyself, and then you understand, okay, I'm aware of what's making me fat. I am aware of what's making me fit. I am aware of my thoughts. Like, thoughts produces things. And if you look in the mirror, if you're not happy, your thoughts produce that. So now it's time to take time out to be like, okay, what is causing this? But if you're not aware, nothing will change. So focus on time management. Less is more. Now, affirmations and positive self-talk. I can't say this shit is enough. Like, if you can hypnotize yourself to where you feel like you're worthless, you can hypnotize yourself to where you feel like you're worthy. Like, as I built this body, like, I'm in the mirror, like, I want the pain, because the more pain that I have, the more benefit that I would have tomorrow. So the moment I fail isn't, damn, I didn't get the 225 15 times, but I got it 13. That's good, Josh. Last week you got 11. That's positive self-talk. Like, I'm looking for the wins. I'm celebrating the small wins. And that goes directly to the next one, gratitude. Nobody's forcing you to work out. Nobody's forcing you to use your body. But at the same time, there's people dying to be in your shoes. So if you're not grateful for what you got, you will never appreciate what you got. And if you're not going to appreciate it, you're not going to take care of it. I'm very fucking happy with my body from head to toe. So I'm going to make sure I treat my body as if it's my favorite car or it's my favorite item in the world, because you only get one body. And again, they see you before they hear you, so you might as well take care of it. So appreciate what you got and use it to your fullest potential. Because if not, there's going to be one day to where you don't get to move the way you want to move anymore. And then you're going to wish you had that body, or you wish you were young again. I'm 36 years old, and I still can go outside and play basketball with my son. I can still go 3-4 rounds in the boxing ring. I can still go jump rope. I can still go squat 300-400 pounds. Because I appreciate my body. I'm using my body. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So be grateful for a body that you have and maximize that ability, because, again, you only get one shot. You might as well make the most of it. Now, another tip, feedback. Like for me, we have an Evo scan. If you want to stop by, we can do a little 20-minute Evo scan. We got an Evo 360. It shows you your lean body mass, your body fat mass, your circumference weight. If you don't manage what you expect, you will never see any type of progress. And to me, progress is happiness. So if you're not getting direct feedback from a mirror or from a coach or from a body scan or measurement circumference tape, you're not going to build shit. Because how can it change if you're not managing it? Awareness breeds change. So again, these are like 8 to 10 tips of how I build my physique, how I tell my clients to build their physique. But these are probably far off of what you thought I was going to say. A lot of this shit is more mental than physical. So again, your intensity, your approach, your consistency, your imagination, the mind-muscle connection, your stress management, your time management, the affirmations and positive self-talk. You got your gratitude and you got your feedback. All those skills, all those tips will prepare you into a better physique if you apply it and use it wisely. So folks, stop majoring in the minors. Focus, focus, focus. I'll see you at the top.